What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another edition of From the Red Carpet. On today's episode, we have all kind of news regarding Loki Season 2, Alien Romulus, Superman Legacy, Mortal Kombat 2, and we even have a trailer for the new Nun movie. So stick around, and we'll dive right in. Deadpool 3 is in the midst of filming. Like I mentioned before, the filming will continue despite the writer's strike, which is bittersweet. Yes, it'll get done a lot faster, but there's a catch. Due to the writer's contract, during the strike, Ryan Reynolds will not be able to improvise any of his lines at all, and strictly has to adhere to the script. This sucks because Deadpool is known to be random, and just says on-the-fly type stuff. Anyway, we have an updated plot. So the film will deal with Deadpool working for the TVA to help clean up some branch timelines that he created. At the end of Deadpool 2, he took Cable's time travel device and messed with the timeline. Most notably, when he killed Weapon 11 at the end of X-Men Origins Wolverine. So apparently, that caused a whole new timeline where Magneto has taken over. This new timeline is said to intersect with one from the MCU. Back in Avengers Endgame, Steve and Tony went back in time to New York City to retrieve the Mind Stone. Well, that timeline, as well as the characters from it, will be featured in Deadpool 3. Another cameo we know is happening is Chris Evans back as Human Torch. So if Cap's there, then that means Chris Evans is pulling double duty. Also, it's been rumored that Ben Affleck will reprise the role of Daredevil, and we'll finally see Channing Tatum as Gambit at some point. It's going to be pretty insane. The film will hit theaters May 3rd, 2024. The Fantastic Four casting is all over the place. We thought we finally had it locked down with Adam Driver and Margot Robbie, but due to money issues, they both backed out. Last week, it looked like Matt Smith may be our new Reed Richards and Vanessa Kirby our Sue. But now, Ryan Gosling's name's being tied to the project. With Matt Smith in the running for Reed, who would Ryan play? At this point, it's still unspecified. Man, this Fantastic Four casting is crazy. Hopefully they lock down some names pretty soon. We have some insight into the first episode of Loki Season 2 and what it will be about. A good portion of the series will take place at the World's Columbian Exposition in 1893 in Chicago. This is where Loki and Mobius will meet Victor Timely, an inventor and a Kang variant who is there to showcase his latest invention. In the first episode, Loki's said to be still working for the TVA and is glitching between the past and the present for some reason. And this may be the reason he goes to 1893, but I'm not sure. Also, after He Who Remains died at the end of the first season, it's mentioned that the Sacred Timeline branched into a lot of different timelines, creating the multiverse. We pretty much already know that, but I guess they're going to talk about it a lot. And lastly, yes, we will meet Victor Timely, but allegedly, he's not the main villain of Season 2. So I wonder who is. The villain for Armor Wars has been revealed. Armor Wars will have the return of Don Cheadle as War Machine and will pretty much take off where Secret Invasion ends. Rhodey will be tasked with collecting all of the Iron Man suits that have fallen into the wrong hands. There's going to be a lot of cameos in the movie as well. Ironheart, Captain America, Pepper Potts, Sharon Carter, and even Gravik, to name a few. Also, it's recently been reported that both Justin Hammer and Valentina will be the villains of the film. Possibly, they'll be working together to collect Tony's suits for their own evil purpose. And I'm not completely certain if this will tie into Thunderbolts, but it just might, seeing as to how both Justin Hammer and Valentina are affiliated with the team. Armor Wars debuts on July 25th, 2025. Captain America Brave New World may see the return of a fan-favorite MCU character. Recently, the film has finished filming in Washington. Well, while the crew was there, a certain person was apparently spotted on set driving around what was quoted to be a supercar. Who am I referring to? Well, duh, Tony Stark, of course. Yep, Robert Downey Jr. is apparently in the movie in some sort of fashion. I guess it's going to be a flashback scene. It's being said that this scene is between him and President Ross back in the early days of the MCU before the Avengers were even formed. It's hard to say what it could all mean, but that's just a word around town at the moment. Superman's costume has been hinted at for Superman Legacy. Henry Cavill's DCEU suit is out, and it looks like David Corenswet will be wearing the original suit created by Max Fletcher for the 1940s comics in the film. From what I've heard, they're debating on giving him back the red underwear. Hey, I mean, it's possible. And I'm not completely against the idea. But I do like the fact that they're going with the classic look this time around. That's pretty cool. Sean Aries has an amazing cast so far. Jared Leto, Evan Peters, Jodie Turner-Smith, and now it looks as though Greta Lee has joined the cast. While Jared Leto is set to play another program named Ares, Greta Lee will play a video game programmer. As far as the plot goes, we have a little bit of an idea. So, Lee's character will be a video game programmer and tech company CEO who has to go on the run in order to protect a world-altering technology that she designed and keep it from falling into the wrong hands. That's all I really know at the moment. Anyway, the film is set to release in late 2025. We have a cast photo for Mortal Kombat 2. Over the past few weeks, we've learned about the new additions to the cast for the Mortal Kombat sequel. Everyone from Carl Urban as Johnny Cage to Martin Ford as Shao Kahn, and everybody in between. Here, we can see the whole cast hanging out together, possibly on location. And I'm not sure if this time around they're filming in Australia, but maybe. In the film, we'll see many new characters like Katana, Quan Chi, Baraka, Jade, Sindel, Shao Kahn, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Noob Saibot. I'm serious, Bihan better return as Noob. Anyway, the plot hasn't been revealed just yet, but I can assume it'll somewhat involve the tournament from the first game. Alien Romulus has wrapped filming. The film will serve as a standalone in the same universe as the other Alien films, and will feature a group of people on a distant world who find themselves face to face with xenomorphs. There really isn't much known about the film at this time, but it's due out August 16th, 2024. Lastly, we have a trailer for The Nun 2. This is the sequel to the 2018 Nun film, and will bring back Tasia Farmiga as Sister Irene. The sequel will take place in 1956 France, with the plot revolving around a priest getting murdered, and Sister Irene yet again having to face off against the demon Valak. The film will be directed by Michael Chavez with a story by James Wan, and it's set to hit theaters on September 8th. So, let's check out the trailer.
There's something wrong with the school. Something doesn't feel right.
Sophie, what happened?
I think there's something here that's not meant to be.
What did you see?
I saw a nun. What did she do? She's standing there.
This thing, it's come back for me.
This demon was once an angel. Rejected by God. Stripped of power.
It wants that power back. It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too.
You send that thing back to hell.
Alright guys, that does it for another episode of From the Red Carpet. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And with that, of course, I'll see you on the next one.